So you're trying to acquire gain here, is what I'm looking at. There's something that you're wanting to get your hands on almost desperately. You almost feel like a thief a little bit because you've got that real drive, that real ambition to get your hands on something. Maybe it's a new house because we have all these tents in the background. And so it's, to me, it's more like an acquisition that you're looking at. Are you looking at maybe acquiring a new property, but it kind of feels a little bit out of reach? So you decide to settle on the next best thing. But I think you're kind of, even though this is in the past, and now maybe you're in that period of settling in wherever it is that you made that change. Whatever that acquisition was for you. I'm not quite sure how we're feeling about that in the present. But I really feel that there was a drive, a need for action. And that's why I think this may have been a new home situation. A new transportation issue even, if you had a car going bad. This is really about acquiring something different for yourself. I say car, but then I look off to the corner of this card and I see all these people carrying all of their belongings and they're walking off into the horizon, which means, maybe your transportation was damaged in some way or another. And you need to acquire something new. It's about acquiring something that is a necessity. Okay. That was quick and easy. You guys are always so clear. All right, this is the present. The Ace of Pentacles. And the Lovers. Damn. And the Eight of Cups. So, the new acquisition is kind of enabling you to leave an old, desperate, maybe just difficult situation behind. So we're going towards the new beginning, that new thing that we're being guided to. Whatever it is we're wanting to acquire here, here's that new beginning here. And you may be really kind of focusing on the acquisition right now this week. Now, the Lovers tell me that this is like, okay, you've been looking at the same big house with the big yard and the big tree and the beautiful view. And you see it all the time. You pass it by and you want it so badly. Oh, I'd love to live in that house. The people who live there don't know how lucky they are. You have a very emotional, kind of deep response to this acquisition that you're looking for. And then you're driving past one day, and the for sale sign is out in front of that place, just as clear as can be. And you're saying, there it is. There's the opportunity that I have been waiting for. That's the kind of acquisition I'm talking about for Virgo. It's bringing in that big new thing that you've had your eye on, maybe for a very long time there. And like I said, this is an emotional response. The acquisition means leaving something behind. I don't know if I feel that the Eight of Cups here, if the walking away is such a bad thing. I think you're walking towards something more positive, something with gain here. Again, I'm getting the word gain. And I'm still not being told about clarifiers. I do not need clarifiers here. The Wheel of Fortune. It's a beneficial move for whoever it is making this new acquisition. It changes everything. And it may even change your destiny. I really feel that this acquisition is meant to happen. And now we have the Four of Swords. To me, in this situation, pure and simple, it's the waiting period. It's that period you have to just kind of step back and let things happen. Let the paperwork and all of that technical stuff be processed. This is the period of waiting. But the fortune is building. The momentum is building as you rest on the official nature of things happening. Your fortune is progressively increasing. I'm thinking the contracts, the agreements. Now the Hierophant just does talk about religion, but more than that, because not everything is based around religion. We have his element here, sure, but we're going to take him to another place. He's the institution. He's the bank. He's the lender. He's the mortgager. He's the law firm handling paperwork. He takes on the process. He's the lawyer. He's the guy that puts his affirmative stamp on everything and says it's yours. And so for whatever you're acquiring here, Virgo, I think that as long as you're patient with the process, everything here is working out absolutely splendidly. Just the way you want to. And look at the underlying energy as the Justice. This may have been something you've been wanting to do for a long time. And it feels very official in nature. And I know, Virgo, I know you guys, you don't like anything that has to do with lawyers, legalities. It frightens the F out of you guys. Just like it does kind of with me too. I'm a Capricorn. I'm very earthy. I like the old-fashioned processes. I like sitting down with the paperwork, with my pen in my hand, and thinking answers through. And I'm more earthy that way. And Virgo is very much like that. You're very much liking the old-fashioned ways of doing things. And so for the process, the way it's presented now, the way things need to be handled now in a totally different manner. And so maybe you're old like me and you're adjusting to the processes, the way they are newly presented, the way they are, everything is handled in this day and age, and how electronics kind of master everything right now. And so, I think as you're waiting for the processes to play out, if this is your new acquisition, you are just so emotionally wrapped in this place. You are just so much in love with this place. Don't get lost in the lust for whatever the acquisition is, because sometimes you can lose yourself in that attraction. Let's not get lost in what we're acquiring. Let's have it, maintain it, be kind to it, love it the way it needs to be loved and preserved. Look after its well-being, but look after your own well-being too, because with the Ace of Pentacles here and this kind of new beginning, sometimes care for the finances needs to be considered. Wheel of Fortune says that maybe things are going to really be all right with this place. And for whoever this is, I just think it looks really, really promising, Virgo. I'm getting a little bit of clarifier from my Bumblebee deck for you, and we've got the Jack of Hearts. That's that emotional attachment to this project, this home, this thing that's coming into your life, this experience that you're now going to undertake. Yes, there's a delivery of a lot of emotional tie to this. However that plays out for you, he brings newness, but he can sort of bring a sense of reckless emotional abandon with things. And like I'm saying, you may want to kind of pull back on the depth of your emotions right now. Let's try to keep thinking a little bit clear and far less emotional. We don't want to hold up the wheel. It's moving. The Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is that busy energy. And the Four of Cups, or the Four of Hearts, that's that... that's that opportunity. The Four of Cups is the right opportunity. With the Seven of Wands here, it feels like you're busy. There are decisions to be made. This opportunity maybe is what you're really all wrapped up in at this time. The acquisition. Let's see. I'm going to ask my Gypsy Oracle for a little bit of clarification here too. The Death card. It's a rebirth. Shall we say that? It's a rebirth. The Death card is the end of a situation that needs to end and a brand new beginning of another. So I think whatever it is you're getting, you're acquiring for yourself, I think that it ends something that really kind of needed to be over with. Maybe a new living situation. But the brand new beginning is here, and the wife and children are here. The security, the military. I think that this is securing a rebirth for a family situation. You're protecting your brood, your established group, that family connection. You're protecting them from something in one way or another. But the new beginning is there with the Death card. There's sort of a transformative energy about the Death card sitting here. And I think that looks good. Looks real good. Looks really, really good. I think the Soldier here actually talks about, I think he talks about discipline in one way or another. I think you're acquiring this because of some discipline. Maybe your credit needed improving. Maybe your finances needed improving, and there was an element of saving, being more responsible. And now you've gone through a period of self-care where your foundation is concerned. And now we've got this new acquisition here for someone, and it looks really good, Virgo.